us that can really push relationships to the next level quickly. So tonight I'm hoping our couples will be finding it much easier to get along. Yes. That's what I want to see.
I've never sworn at you and I've never called you.
You haven't sworn at me. The other day when we have
Don't you dare lie. Do not lie.
Anyone on the street can tell you that you look good trying to get in your pants.
No.
I've already had sex with you. That's it, done. You're on my board, done.
Can we make, like, it's... He doesn't even like me. You made me feel lesser than dirt. You wrote me off on the first day. He's apologised to me. I listened to the apology.
That's not working, obviously, and I've tried a different tactic. I literally...
But literally... insulting me is a different tactic. Keep insulting me.
Oh, it makes me so stressed.
Anyway, there goes the romance. And Married at First Sight, the experts, I don't think they could have predicted what was going to go down at last.
Blowing up.
It really escalated. There was walkouts and arguments, and the couples, they've left viewers right across Australia shocked. They've left them appalled.
Shocked and appalled, David. So to help us unpack the train wreck that was last night, expert John Aiken joins us now. And John, I've got some questions for you. Nice. But first of all, the dinner party, it was a roller coaster. Were you shocked by how heated it got?
Yes. I think, realistically, when you put these couples together, you're not sure what's going to happen at the dinner parties. And last night, even just watching back that footage, I'm exhausted because they do go for a long time. And the real social experiment part of it comes out at the dinner party where people form alliances, they target certain people, and last night we saw Holly and Andrew taking centre stage.
And I think what we saw as a nation as well was a classic of how a man can gaslight successfully in a room full of people. It was quite horrifying to see him turn that room before she even got there. And I hope it serves as a lesson to people at home because it is really damaging.
Yeah, I think what this series showed me is that a lot of people don't wait to get both sides of the story.
That's right.
They hear one and then they go with it. And so what you're going to see throughout this experiment...
And people manipulate that, John.
Totally.
They go, I know if I get my story out there first...
Well, it happened with Celine and Anthony in that first dinner party as well.
And what they don't do is take the time to hear both sides. They essentially form an alliance and then they attack. And it is very ferocious in there at times at those dinner parties because there's almost like a pile-on that happens, and we saw some of that last night.
OK, let's be honest here. Holly and Andrew are an absolute disaster. So what made you bring them together in the first place? Why did they match up on paper, John?
It's not just me, John.
It's great to see Sylvia.
I've missed you, but I want the truth.
She asked a hard question and she backs me into a corner. I love that. Look,
usually it's me, John.
Yeah, no. Andrew and Holly, we thought were going to be a really strong match initially because they're really both into personal development. One has a child, is a father figure, the other wants to have a family, and they're an older couple, if you like. More mature compared to some of the others in the group. So we were very hopeful that they would really set off well. However, what's happened is that their fight style is really difficult to watch.
Oh yeah, it's confrontational.
It's confrontational. They talk over each other, and neither one of them seem to be heard, and so it's just really falling apart.
All right, let's talk about Ella and Mitch because that was surprising. Oof. I mean, so. Mitch's doubts, I mean, look at him like a Rick Astley wannabe, like, dressed like...
Oh, shade.
Mitch's doubts around the experiment ruining his chance at love. I also didn't like the way he spoke to her.
No.
Yeah.
And it was real. That's why I had no problem calling him a Rick Astley wannabe because look how he talks to her.
Rude, yeah.
Well, I think what you see, and as well as ourselves, is that once that experiment starts to roll and you get 2, 3, 4 weeks in... you can't wear a mask. You are going to be the person that you are. And so, certainly, sometimes these participants will say things that really shock us. And he was very dismissive of Ella. Yeah. And that's something that, among other things, we have to jump on when we see it as the experiment rolls on. And we do. And certainly the commitment ceremonies are where we really come out hard at them.
OK, so tell us about the commitment ceremonies. How are you going to help some of these couples to get back on track?
Well, I tend to just come out and, you know...
Tough love.
Yeah, call them out, call out the bad behaviour. And particularly, I think this series, I've had to do that more than ever because they are really big personalities. They've seen the previous series, so they kind of know what's coming. So I got a job to do. And in this upcoming commitment ceremony, there are certain couples that just have to get a short, sharp rocket where you're holding their feet to the fire and you're saying, you've got to do better. And there's certain couples after that dinner party that we go after.
All right, the blowtorch is coming.
Wow.
And I like it because they come back at me.
Right.
He's going full Reservoir Dogs. He's playing stuck in the middle with you. He's dancing around.
It's going to be
John's
hot.
going to be in full flight this Sunday
John,
night.
thanks so much for coming in. It's great to see you in person.
Love being in here.
Good
Sorry
to
for
see
the
you.
tough questions.
Married at First Sight continues at 9, Sunday at 7 o'clock, or you can watch it anytime on 9 Now and Hooly Dooly. Make sure you're sitting down.
Just
when
have
you
some
do it.
ice
Yeah.
close by or something because it's going to get hot.
Welcome back. Wow. I know.
It was a lot.
There's a lot to take
Like a
in.
lot.
A lot. The MAFS dinner parties are renowned for bringing drama, but last night it went to a whole new level. Explosive, wasn't it, before it all began?
I've never sworn at you and I've never called you.
You have at me. Yeah, but they told me I was like
Don't you
swear at me.
dare lie. Do not lie.
You just swore at me before.
What did I
do
say?
you mean? You do so swear at me. Well, today Brent's grumpy.
I said shut
swear all
up.
the time.
I said shut up and close the door after you called me a
It's like, it doesn't take much and then his mood just like switches.
Anyone who knows me knows I don't need the confrontation. I'm over it. I am a bit itched. You know, I saw a side of her tonight I've never seen. I will never be spoken down to like that again.
All I asked was if the TV could please be turned down. I don't know
play
how that's
victim.
played.
Don't play victim
I'm
now.
not playing a victim.
Okay.
Please stop talking over me when I'm talking.
Yeah, Ali.
Tamara and Brent, join us live. I mean, morning to both of you. Tamara, I get this,
Good
right?
morning.
I don't like it when the volume of the telly ain't right.
I was trying to do my makeup and, you know, it's like when you try and park the car and you have to turn the volume down because you can't concentrate. My mascara, if I don't get it right, it's frustrating.
I think there are some couples in the world who just love going hammer and tongs at each other in every capacity. For just getting on basics of life stuff, do you guys like arguing?
I definitely don't like arguing, no.
No, I can't say we do.
Oh.
No,
But you're so good at it, you two.
Guys, you have to remember, we live there in it's like a shoebox. It is a tiny little studio apartment. We're both people who are used to living by ourselves and like that compromise of, I guess, just trying to work it out in this tiny little environment with together 24/7. I feel like, could you imagine being with your partner for that many hours a day in this tiny little room?
Definitely.
Sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, it'd be great. You'd have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
How are you finding the experiment, Brent?
Look, I definitely say it was difficult, and as Tamara said, it was hard, and I think it had nothing to do with the television and more just tensions running high and things just break out. It's a lot of pressure, and unfortunately, it does take its toll on us sometimes.
You two are very good at, as Ali mentioned, arguing with each other. Like, if I'm ever in an argument, like I just sort of flummox around and stumble and stammer.
He's terrible at it.
You guys have coherent arguments, and it's like it's kind of riveting to watch. Is there a secret to a good argument, do you think, Tamara?
I think just being like, I don't know, what's the secret to a good argument? Clearly I'm good at arguing, yeah, I get it. I think just being honest, like being yourself and standing up for what you think is right and wrong. I don't know.
I always
secret to a good argument.
find it helps too, knowing that you are the one that's right. That always helps.
Yeah.
yeah, it does, you're right. I'm always right.
So uncomfortable. I love it. So what's going to happen now? Because, look, I think a mate of mine comes into it next week, and I'm so looking forward to him finding love. Dion from Melbourne.
He's very excited to find love too, Dion.
Yeah, he's a beautiful guy. But as I said to him, I mean, this is a big thing, putting yourself out there. You guys are out there now. Do you have any gentle words of encouragement for anyone who might want to do that?
Oh, God. I don't,
change.
Brent.
Be yourself and come in with some big energy. Come in with big energy and be ready for
me,
what's coming.
it's not be yourself.
Be very, very ready.
Don't be yourself.
You two are going at it already.
Hold back just a little bit.
Just arguing for argument's sake.
Can't even do a
Like
2-minute cross without arguing.
Oh, good stuff, guys. You've been
was well
very
played.
fun to watch.
How
and,
good is it?